Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new RimWorld series. My name is Optar International, and as the eagle-eyed among you would have already gathered by the title of this episode, we're going to do a Borg Collective RimWorld playthrough. So I've spent some time finding the perfect map. And by perfect, what I mean is no deep water in the areas in which we intend to build, which is pretty much all of this around here. There is some deep water up here on the right, but it's outside anyway. We're probably going to have the walls about there-ish, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, so I'll just explain the, if I load the world tab quickly, I'll just explain a bit of the scenario. So we're going to be the Borg Collective here from obviously the Star Trek universe. The Trekkies out there will know what I'm talking about. The rest of you, this could just be a an interesting RimWorld playthrough to follow. I've only loaded 30% of the world because we're going to be using pod launchers later on, and the pods only reach a certain distance. So we're looking at all of these settlements in here to go and attack. Now I've edited the save file already and changed some of the faction names. So we've got here I've made it very Star Trek. Klingon Empire, Vulcan High Command, Andorian Imperial Guard and United Federation of Settlements. Those are the civil Outlander unions. Then you've got your rough Outlander unions, a Cardassian military, Herodian hunting parties, Romulan Empire. We've got a gentle tribe scattered around the map, literally next door to us in fact. They're the Bajorans, and then we've got the two pirate gangs, the Ferengi Alliance and the Kazon Sect. And the idea here is to basically take over the entire planet and see how we get on. We've got this this island here in the south with a few settlements on it. That could prove interesting, but I guess we could pod to here and then pod across. But that's way into the future. For now, we're going to get things started and introduce our starting three. Now the scenario here is your bog standard 3 people have crash landed on this RimWorld. These are the 3 that I've chosen. So we've got Samantha here, 36-year-old female, undergrounder, fast learner and nimble. She's not much of a shooter, but she's very passionate at cooking and plant work. Crafting's okay, no intellectual. Then we've got Carl here. He's a 15-year-old male, incapable of intellectual, hard worker, abrasive, ugly. He's an artist. He can also do plant work and construction. He's got a passion for, again, not much of a shooter. And then Santos here is a male, 28. He's got creepy breathing. He's a fast learner, which is good, and he's industrious. He is a shooter, constructor. He does animals, but we're not really going to bother with animals in this one. He's our medic and our social person. What some of you would have noticed that I have nobody who's capable of intellectual to start with. So the first order on the agenda is to basically get a researcher so that we can start ploughing through this research. So I'm just going to equip these guys with their guns. So we've got Santos is going to grab the bolt action rifle. Carl is going to have the revolver, and then Samantha, is that underneath you? Yes it is. Samantha's going to get the plasteel knife. And aside from the bog standard crash landed scenario, the only thing that's different is that I haven't included a pet, because again we're going to be the Borg, so why do we need a pet? Borg don't have pets, and it would be futile. We've got this here, which is useful. Just map that out quickly. Now I'm not much of a YouTuber or anything like that. And I will be doing this for the I'm literally just doing this playthrough for the love of the game. So let me know what you think. I don't really know what the procedure is. You can like, subscribe, I think, comment and whatnot. Do or don't. I'm going to probably just continue this this playthrough regardless of how it goes down. Hopefully it gets some likes and some comments and some feedback. I'll try and respond to pretty much every single comment. So I'm just starting up with a bog standard place for these guys to actually live to start with. And I know I'm making it out of wood, but there's a lot of wood. Wood is everywhere. And yes, it's flammable, but we are going to need the resources of everything else later on. So I'm just going to cancel these bits here for ventilation purposes later. And I'm going to put this in straight away and power it up. Just to give us a few jobs to do. And put a stockpile in here for now. And they may as well get started. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to change the work priorities while they're faffing. I also want Samantha, actually, before I unpause that. What I want is Samantha to immediately start growing. We're going to use this spot here, which is fertile, so give me a second just to map this out. Shouldn't take too long. He says, making mistakes. I've never recorded any sort of gameplay before. It's quite nerve-wracking because those of you who have played RimWorld before, you obviously know that things sometimes don't always go to plan. So having to adapt to all of that is going to be interesting for me, and hopefully for you as well, because that's the primary goal here, is to entertain, of course. Just going to take you off of hunting. I don't really hunt on this game, like ever. I tend to just kind of let any predators on the map do it for me. And as a result, I'm just going to remove this roof area here so they don't build the roof. Because what they'll do is they'll build this room here, and then, oh well, it's not actually a room because I've gotten rid of it. But this one here, for example, where I've got this slate to mine out, they'll build this room and then they'll put the roof over it. But if they're working over here, they'll come all the way round to put the roof up and then go back to what they were doing. So I tend to just do the framework first and then roof the lot afterwards. Tends to be my personal preference, really. If you could not mess things up, Carl, that would be great. Didn't you say you were a hard worker? Carl is a natural hard worker and will finish tasks faster than most. Right, so it doesn't actually mean you're any good. It's still based on your overall construction skill. But he's got passion in it, so he should level up fairly quickly. And did you have plants as well? You did have plants. Santos, not so much. Okay, so if I get you to, I'm just going to micro him for a second. If I get you to do these bits with the trees underneath, because then you can sort of level up in plants at the same time. I'm just going to keep it on 1 speed for the time being, just to get everything sort of set up, and then we can crank up the speed later on. I do play it faster, or rather, I say I do play it faster. On my previous playthrough, which wasn't actually recorded, unfortunately, but the previous playthrough, I was very much 1 speed the whole way through, which took a very long time for things to happen. So for the purposes of this playthrough, I've gone ahead and practiced playing at fast speeds, just so it's a bit more entertaining for you all. But for the time being, as I said, we are just going to leave it on slower speed, just so that I can micromanage them a bit better. She is cracking on with all of this and getting us some extra wood. Where is there any more wood? Any more wood? So I don't have to immediately chop some down. Nope. Oh, hang on a minute, Carl. Do this, please. Santos can go around and do the actual building, and you can chop down these stray trees. I just need to allow that for a second. Now, I know what Santos is about to do, so I'm just going to pause it. Instead of you hauling that, can you haul all of it for me, please? To the stockpile. When you're ready, Carl. No. Do that one. Yeah, the idea, the inspiration behind this this playthrough is well, let's go for the long goal first. Really, we've got we're looking for a massive Borg cube as our base. Obviously, it's RimWorld, it's top down, it's 2D. It won't be a cube; it will be a just a giant square, basically. Then we're going to use that as our base of operations to assimilate the rest of the world. And by assimilate, what I mean is, for those of you who aren't into Star Trek at all, we won't just be attacking the other colonies and then just sort of leaving them and then going to the next one. We'll be attacking them, settling their settlement, and then basically ripping everything down. Same for you, Carl. If you could just haul a bunch, that'd be great. And Santos, if you could haul a bunch. Yeah, and then we'll put... Why are you carrying less? Oh, it's because you're 15, isn't it? Yes, it is. And that reminds me, as I looked at that, I need to do my defaults. So I leave everyone on no meds, and then if they're in any sort of trouble or anything like that, I can put them on higher medications. So if they have like the flu or plague or something like that, then yeah, we can change that. It's not a problem. Now, Santos, I do want you carrying meds, but not just yet. Okay, what are we? 12 minutes in. That's all right. That's all right. I'm going to keep these episodes to about an hour. I did toy with doing longer because, I mean, me personally, I love this game. I can sit here all day from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed. A bit sad, yes, I know. But I can literally sit here all day playing this. So I did toy with the idea of doing longer videos, but I thought it's just going to get boring for the viewers to watch. So, and I spoke to my brother, my mate, who's going to watch it as well. I've actually one of the reasons I've started recording it is so that my best mate, I talk to him about RimWorld when we're in the pub, for example, and I get the distinct feeling that he has no idea what I'm talking about when I'm talking about RimWorld. So I figured, do you know what? I'm going to record it so that he can watch it, and then if anyone else jumps on it as well, happy days. That's sort of I mean, that's the goal. That's what YouTube is there for, really, so that people can see certain things. I'm just going to speed this up here because they are all wandering around. Which also reminds me, I'm going to need some sort of recreation here, aren't I? So let's whack one of these in just there, I guess. And we'll get Santos to immediately make that with this wood. Now, with the first part of this almost built, I might go and roof it so that they take out the rest of these trees. Now, they've actually almost finished it with what they had. So let's keep an eye on Carl. So once he's done, Santos, what are you doing? You're hauling steel to wood-fired generator? Absolutely not. So let's build this roof now. And Santos, you can start over here. And Carl, you can finish that and then start here. And as I said, that's basically because Santos is useless at plant work. So it's better for him just to build the roof. And then Carl can chop the trees, basically. Yeah, so the what was I saying? The idea behind this this playthrough was basically I had my previous playthrough, which was unrecorded, unfortunately, which was it wasn't. I didn't plan for it to start out like the way it turned out, and it basically ended up being like a Star Trek themed RimWorld series, whereby I was building bases that were shaped like Starfleet vessels from obviously the Star Trek universe, and yeah, it just sort of went from there. And I ended up with 3 separate colonies, and I've still got the game saved in the background, so I can always go back to it. But the most recent update, which was a bit of a pain, I was using horses to haul outside, and I was using Labradors to do all of the hauling inside. And the problem, what? Is there a roof there already? There is. And yeah, basically the problem with that was when they released the new update with the change in how animals haul, that meant you couldn't use horses outside, and you had to put them in a pen. Now, because I basically made these starship-shaped bases, they took up a fair chunk of the map. Let's just leave it at that. And yeah, I just had no space to actually build a pen. I could always just slaughter the horses; it wouldn't be that much of a problem. But I kind of needed them because they were my caravan animals as well. So yeah, that was the bad side to that. So I basically got 3 colonies in. The first one was shaped like the NX-01 from the series Enterprise with Scott Bakula. The second one, the base was shaped like the Constitution class, of course, with Kirk and Spock. And then the third one that I was still in the process of building was actually shaped like the Galaxy class ship, which is obviously the Enterprise D from the Next Generation, etc., etc. The fourth one would have been a Deep Space Nine, and then the fifth one would have been outside of transporter pod range of the other 4, and it would have been shaped like Voyager. So obviously it's lost in the Delta Quadrant in the series, and so on and so forth. That's how sad I am. So if you can relate, then yeah. As I said at the start, send us a little comment and I don't know, an emoji or something like that. But these guys are due to go to sleep, and Santos, I'm actually just going to let you go to sleep and leave that tree well enough alone. So tomorrow I'm going to queue up an order for Santos to stop construction so that basically Carl can finish off the rest of this for us with the wood that we do not have. Let's have a look. 182, 13 times 5. Now, everybody, I will warn you in advance, I am terrible at maths. So, this sort of thing, 13 times 5, couldn't tell you. I know it's 26, 39. I think we've got enough. I think we've got enough wood. That's definitely double figures, and we've got triple, so that should be fine. Now Samantha here is just working away. What are you doing? Consuming package file. Well, that's absolutely fine. Coral, if you could stop messing around for a start, that'd be great. There was a stack there that you could have used. Now Santos is putting on all of the good stuff. So actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to forswear that because it is deteriorating. Because Santos is our shooter, I'm just going to give him all of the starting gear. As I say, we I'm looking to have like a I don't have any mods currently installed. I don't like playing with mods, really. I think the game's fine as it is, modless, if you will. So there's, in my opinion, there's really no need. Oh, she's finished. Good girl. All right, let's queue up another one then. Where are they? Fertile areas. We'll build here. We'll queue up this one here. Let's keep that on. Let's queue up another farm for Samantha to set up, or to grow in rather. And this tool is a massive help. As I say, I've been playing RimWorld for a number of years, and this fertility tool was never here. It was available via a mod, but again, I don't use mods, so I just tended to just sort of look by eye and find the fertile areas, which is a little bit of a pain at times, but within operational parameters. Now actually, as we've got a roof up here, before you go and do that, Samantha, I believe you are our miner. You are. So I'm just going to whack that up to there and you can do that. I also am going to need some space to walk around here, aren't I? So if I get you to chop out all of that afterwards, then that will be great. Do that one first for me. Okay, getting the basic base up and running. She's not getting me many chunks out of that. Oh, there's one. Speak and you shall receive. It's almost like RimWorld listens to you. What are you actually doing? You are, well, I'll tell you what. You are a constructor, so let me just get you to break down this while it's here. And you can pull back in the component. There you go, you already did it. Good lad. And Carl is almost finished with this roof, so what I'm going to do is on the last part, so I'm just going to whack that back up for Santos. No need to do that, just finish off these walls for me. Now how much of this have we got? Now I know there's enough for this, and this hopefully. I will get you to build that now. Okay, I'll get you to build that now. Okay, I think we can at least go up to 2 speed for this. Still going on the power conduits. We're doing components to wood fire generator. Have you got any needs? No, not really. And Samantha's almost done with that. I might leave it for the whole day. Yeah, so we're going to want a couple of production benches. I'm going to want a butcher table, which I'm just going to put outside the freezer to start with. And then we can work on moving it later. This is just going to go here. Now some of you might have already noticed that I seem to be fairly competent at setting up my starting structure. Every single game that I've ever played of RimWorld has started with this base, so I've made it once or twice. It's not the most efficient, and obviously I know it's made of wood, fire, etc., but later on it's irrelevant. And just basically gets taken down for wood for chem fuel. Okay, that's cool. You can do that. I am going to roof those areas as well, though. I'll have a bench out the back. If you could just do these for me, and then Santos will do that roof once he's finished with the stonecutter's table. What are you doing? You're a mess, boy. Can you just do the roof like I wanted you to? Thank you. Now you may eat. Doesn't that make more sense? And Samantha's just getting us some more wood here by cultivating this cotton farm and a couple of heel root, which will come in handy later, I'm sure. We are going to want a table and some chairs soon. Is there one in these ruins, which I've sort of already... Aha! So we've already had a mooch around the general area, just as kind of... well, as I said at the start, I was looking for a perfect map that needed certain criteria met. So the I've sort of already had a look. Can you not do that and just finish these bits, please, before you go to bed? Then that would be great. Okay, it's bedtime, so I'm sleeping on the farm, which is a little bit annoying because you're going to want to wake up and eat. Oh, well, you've already eaten, so maybe not. Santos is taking full advantage of our new horseshoes pin, which looks thrilling, I might add. Can't say I've ever played horseshoes, but it's just kind of like a ring toss situation. I don't know where they're getting the horseshoes from there. Now, as I said at the start, there's a grizzly bear. The predators on the map do my hunting for me, so I do need to keep an eye on this guy, just until he's killed something, so that I can call it back and chop it up on this little butcher's table, basically. You fucked up the cooler. Are you actually serious, mate? We haven't got inexhaustible amount of steel. In fact, we now no longer have enough. Carl, can you go and get that for me, please? And, oh no, we have got some out here, that's fine. And where is Mr. Santos? If you could haul that out of the way and then go and get this. Thank you. Now you have enough, don't you? Right, you've done that. And can you just repair that? I'm sure it's a bit tattered. And producing some stools for me. I'm going to want another one here because that's actually where my cooker goes. And let's look around for some more steel quickly. Oh, shit chunk here. Did not see that on first glance. And then what I can do, have you eaten yet? No. What I can do is I can take down these structures as well and utilise the resources. Like I say, we're going to be assimilating things on other maps. So there's another table here. And there's a few in here. Happy days. Yeah, we're going to be assimilating maps, including this one. Why are you repairing? There's no need for you to be repairing because you're out of tasks. So if you wouldn't mind for me, why is that a home area? Ah, I haven't turned that off. I hate this thing because if it just did the structure, then that's absolutely fine. But because it gives you this extra bit around, I think that's for fire protection, so that it warns you that there's a fire like approaching your base. But I mean, it bothers me that it's automatically expand the home area. No, automatically rebuild of destroyed structures. Yes. Now I'll make my own home zone. Thank you. Which will be like that, and like that. Okay. So basically, you can start doing your secondary job, and Santos can start hauling some of this stuff in. Do you want to go for the wood first? That would be most good. Well, no, there's going to be more wood, really. It's probably a silly thing to have done, considering we need steel. But anyway, let's up the speed a little. In fact, what I'm going to get Santos to do is break down this ship chunk that we have found. And then haul back the component that it yields. 6. Fantastic. What have we got now? 30. Oh no, that's medicine. 26. 32. See, I'm okay at maths. Like the easy stuff I can do, like adding. So when it gets to like timesing, and where I'm sat here, you can't see. I've got a cup of tea on the right, and I have my phone open with the calculator up. That's how I play this game. My battery's like dead at the end of every day playing this game because it's just got calculator constantly on. It's like that scene in Friends with Joey, and he's like, oh, 500 times 500, and he's like, oh yeah, it's 1,000. That's me with maths. Anyway, numbers. Let's haul some steel, Santos. Let's not go out and get that. They can bring that back in when they're finished cultivating the field. In fact, I'm going to send you. Yep, you are happy as Larry. I'm going to send you for 2 trips, but I need to keep an eye on you. Are they done? Not quite yet. Almost. Very almost. Almost. Santos shouldn't have... and they're doing that anyway, that's fine. That is what I intended to happen. Santos, you can come out and get this. Samantha, I then want you to come and grab these ones down here, and Carl, you can do the same. Excellent. And just as Santos is walking back past this lot, I'm going to get him to grab a full handful. There you go, he's already doing it. Lovely. What are we up to? 31 minutes. Okay. Now, I've been watching various different people play this game. I say various different people. I've been watching one specific person. Most of you would have probably seen his videos, and he's really good. He is really good. But watching it, I kind of had the assumption. Is that Max? You can carry? Oh yeah, teenager. I kind of had the assumption that this hour would fly by, and the fact that it's only like 31 minutes in, that's like, oh, we can get some stuff done. We can get a lot of stuff done. Now Samantha's going to go and eat on that table. We've got visitors. Vulcan High Command. We've got Jess Spence is coming in. It's just a visitor though, so we're going to ignore them until we consider them a threat. Now, even though we don't need an electric stove right now, because we've still got these packaged survival meals, I'm going to queue up some additional tasks here. They are going to sleep on the floor for one more day, and then tomorrow, or well, actually, I could probably start now with Samantha. How much wood do we have? 80 is 160 is 240. I do have enough for 3 beds, but because there's no light, and because it's 6 o'clock in the evening, so it's going to get dark, I'm not going to have Santos or Carl build the beds yet, because they have light makes it easier for them to work, so there's less chance of them failing, and they might produce a better one. Most of you already know this, but again, like I said, I'm kind of narrating this for my mate. As I say, I'm assuming he's going to be the only one actually watching it. Consume that, and then that's not really a priority. I'd say the light is probably more the priority at this point, so that they are not eating in the dark. And then, if you wouldn't mind... Oh, Carl's already doing it. And you are already doing that. Fantastic. There we go then. I need not micromanage. And you are hauling some steel. I was going to get you to chop some more wood quickly. And we're going to be building this way, so I might as well chop down these trees. Samantha, come with me. Where are you? Oh, right, okay. And you could only do 9 of that. Why is that? Did you put the rest into this? Yes. That's fine. Oh, there he is. Hello. Welcome. Don't really see Vulcans with beards. And long, shaggy hair. But anyway, that's just a name for them. It's not actually a Vulcan. It is a human. What do you like? Careful shooter, night owl. No. It's not worth going to war over, that's for sure. Yes, and then I want you to build that just before bedtime. And there was another table over there, wasn't there? I might pull that back in. No, it's getting near to... Well, no, he's just going to come out here and start doing that, and then you're going to continue hauling all of this stuff on you. So yeah, we'll leave. Oh, you actually failed with the light. Ugh. Talk about teaching me how to eat my own words, RimWorld. Thanks. That was really, really funny. Go back and do it again. This time, don't fail. Thank you. Just going to flick that off for now. Now, a lot of you would have noticed what I just did there, that I've actually flicked that off, and then you've got to get a pawn to come back to flick it on when you actually need it on. I do use the trick where you put a random piece of conduit underneath things, but there's absolutely no need for the purposes of this part of the playthrough. Honestly, it's far too small. Later on in the game, yes, I will be doing that, and I actually find it a very useful tip. So if you don't know what I mean by that, it's basically this is currently connected to the conduit that's underneath this wall. So you just basically put like another piece of conduit not connected to this. So you put it like there. Then once that's built, you can then hit reconnect, and it will connect to this one and automatically turn it off, so that you don't have to get a pawn to go back and forth to actually switch the stove on. And I'll be utilising that obviously way later in the game. Now Santos, your first order of business in the morning is to create us 3 beds down here. We got a gift from the High Command. Excellent. We got a synthread veil and a wooden war mask. That is less than useful. What do you do? Pain shock threshold plus 10 and pain shock threshold plus 5. Okay. I think I'm just going to do some outfit changing here, because I don't actually want them putting that on. Try, what was it? War mask and a veil. So I'm just going to turn those off. Also while I'm here, I'm 51. Must have had that already set. Okay, let's whack up the speed. What are we saying on food? We got like 30, so that's 3 of them. 2 meals a day. Yeah, so we got about 5 days worth. That's right, isn't it? I don't want to always use my calculator. Not to worry. And they have somewhere to eat. Now, what are their needs currently? Slept on the ground, slept in the cold. We can eliminate both of these very soon. Might need some more steel, but it's okay. You are going to make me some nice beds, hopefully. No, normal. Can you just haul these in for me quickly? What are you doing? Why don't you just get it from here? Nope, I am not having you do that. If you're going to go all the way out there, then you're going to pull in all of it. Right, okay, so Carl's making one. Let's see if this one's better than normal. Excuse me. Santos, seriously, can you just grab the ones that are actually already inside? That would be phenomenal. The ones that are like here. Playing horseshoes. I love fighting with these pawns. You've made a poor bed, Carl. I'm not amused by that. Go back and chop some wood, you idiot. And a poor bed. Fantastic. So Samantha can have this one because she wasn't responsible for these fuck-ups. Let's put you in there. Because then, right, Samantha's going to get this bedroom because it's closer to the kitchen. She's our cook. Santos is going to get this one here, and then Carl is going to have this one here. So Santos, if you wouldn't mind, he's cloud watching at the moment, which is absolutely fine. I do want to make these bedrooms a bit nicer as well, so that they get the buff from being. Now these guys are about to run out of stuff to do actually. So if I haul these back in here and uninstall that. I will get you to uninstall that first and then do that. And then Samantha, I need to put you onto construction so that you can do things like this and be very, very productive for me. Santos, after you've done that, don't need to eat, I want you to do that, that, and that. Lovely, just queuing up some tasks for my pawns so that they become very productive. Now I'm not going to not deconstruct that. I'm just going to queue up another task there. So we got rice here. That grows fairly quickly, so that should be useful. And then we've got cotton here, which is what I'm going to use for their clothing in the first instance. It's only because it's just easy to get, rather than having to wait for this grizzly bear to kill something and get the leather, and then kill something else and take the leather and kill something else, etc., etc. It's just easier just to grow a field of cotton, and then I don't need this anymore. Just yeah, basically grow a field of cotton, maybe twice, and then we will have a surplus. Forget it. One left. What are you doing? You are hauling. I actually want you. You were a crafter, right? Yes. I actually want you to get started. That's right. On some stone cutting. Whilst we don't need mills. Now I want to use sandstone for the start because I have no intention of actually using sandstone. That sounds a bit silly, but what I'm aiming to do, if I just give you the synopsis, we've got what, 20 minutes left. This is going to be duplicated here using the corner of this, which is the mapped out steam geyser, and then another one this side and another one, well, maybe just like a storage area here because of these two farms, and then this is going to be the start of our base of operations. And then what I intend to do is basically wall it up with sandstone because it's non-flammable, and then basically have like traps and whatnot with some turrets when we get a researcher, sort of lining the perimeter so that we can basically stay within ourselves and not have to be raided every 30 seconds, because I didn't actually even point this out to you all. The no, not this one. The storyteller settings are Cassandra on Strive to Survive, so it's going to be thick and fast, and hopefully it's going to be entertaining and doesn't kill me. But I mean, this is always a danger on this game, isn't it? So Carl is going to get started on these traps. We can probably speed it up a little. I'm just going to keep an eye on Samantha just to make sure. Probably could have told her to do that. Oh, Santos, having a little flirt. Santos pursued Samantha by implying good things about his own usefulness. Samantha gave a minimal response. Talking about yourself, are you, geese? See, she said hello to Carl, you walked past, ignored for stuff like that. Absolute embarrassment, you are. Who's the better constructor? Has anyone gone up in a level? 5, 4. Yeah, I'm going to get Carl to do that one. And then after Carl's finished doing that one, I'm just going to get him to run out and grab another urn, which I think I saw one over here. Yes, I did. Reinstalled that one there. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. And so Santos will make, nope, he will make this and then this. Now I know what he's going to do. He's going to take 45 down there, drop it, so I just need to re-queue that. And then do that. And Coral will go and do that. Got some deadfall traps here. Now the reason I've got wooden deadfall traps instead of steel, I know a lot of you are probably thinking steel's way harder and it kills them. There's only 3 of us, and I'm intending on having about 100. So I need to down as many people as possible. And if it kills them, it kills them, whatever. I'm not picky with my pawns, by the way. Literally, even someone who is seemingly useless can be cannon fodder in a fight. And you can get raiders to actually follow them whilst everyone shoots them. Whilst the rest of my Borg Collective shoot them. Yeah, so it's useful to have the useless ones, if that actually made any sense whatsoever. Now you're deconstructing. I actually want you to come up here and grab, where's that table? Oh, it's there. I just actually want you to reinstall this table here, because this one here is going to be my prison. This, I'm going to put this in here for now. Oh no, hang on. There. And then, there was something else. Oh, another one of these. Well, that one's actually doesn't need repairing, so I'm going to use it. Hello. I did just see another ship chunk. Ooh. Santos, before you do that, come up here. And Carl, if you could do that first for me. And then I'll micro you and Mad Raccoon. Our first challenge. I swear it waits for you to. The game must wait until you've put up some defences before it sends you anything. Because honestly, it's just very convenient. There was once all 4 of these traps have been set. They decided, oh yeah, what we're going to do is send you a Mad Raccoon. So I'm just going to get Samantha here to lure it round past this this trap. Where are you going? You're going up there to get the steel table. Yes. Just sort of stay out of the way. And that was Santos finishing this, so I want you to haul the components, please. And the raccoon is dead. Speaking of which, I need to butcher creatures forever. And just animals, but no insects. And yeah, anyone can do it. And it will be, Samantha is on the cooking already. Yeah, if you could just butcher. And what, hello, we've got Timberwolf as well. Fantastic. Has this grizzly taken anything down yet for breakfast? Yes, a turkey, which it ate every last bit of. Thanks. Thanks for leaving, son. But we have 2 predators now instead of 1. There is a dead horse here which has had a heart attack. Excellent. You are going in my freezer. Also, what I wanted to do was just ensure that this was not rotten, and it does allow animal corpses but not insects. There we go. Okay. Once you've done that, you can rearm this trap, as it is important. We've got a group of travellers from the Andorian Imperial Guard passing through. I'm just going to have a sip of that cup of tea. I know what you're all thinking. It's very British of me to be sat here playing computer games and drinking tea. And I completely agree. And you're butchering the horse. Fantastic. Oh, I didn't want these going in here, so let me just turn that off quickly. Raw resources, stone blocks. Just literally drop these on the floor. Thank you. And I'm going to want another stockpile like here, just to take them out. You're so infuriating. Can you do that, please? And I will get rid of that, and then if you wouldn't mind not using that, can you just use why would you use these ones first? I don't understand. That's like twice your journey. I mean, admittedly, I could just go and haul all of it. imminent danger. Well, clearly. Yeah. I don't think I needed to be told about that. And consuming. Do you need to eat? Yes. So stop being an idiot. And then I won't have to treat you like one. You had that queued up already, but it is important, so I'm going to make you finish that. And Carl, where are you going? Watching the sunset. That's cool. And that is done. Let's do that. There they are. Our visitors who are just going to walk straight into my freezer. What's the matter with you? Horse meat's good. Wow, that was a lot of horse meat. What? They do not produce that much meat. Surely they don't produce that much meat normally. Where is it? Carrying capacity, plain leather. Leather amount, meat amount. 337. Oh, they do. Wow. I might kill those horses after all on my other game. Oh, that'll make us a lot of fine meals for sure. Samantha, yes, you can continue until bed. Did I assign all of these? No. Carl, you're sleeping in there. Samantha is in there. And then Mr. Santos is in there. I want to say Spanish, but I don't know. Maybe not. Or like Argentinian or something. I'm going to have you two finish this as well, by the way. I'm not leaving one piece of flooring out there. And then what I will do, there's enough for you to carry all of that. And then you can carry all of that. Productivity. Because after all, we are the Borg. So, efficiency is the aim of the game. And it is bedtime in our new beds. What are these bedrooms like? Awful 0, awful 11, awful 9. Okay. We've also got this leather out here, just sort of spoiling. Which wood have we got? 560. Okay. So far so good. I don't think we haven't been tested yet, have we? We had we had a mad raccoon, which was yeah. I mean, it's there. Goodness. I do want another bed out of Santos. In fact, I'm going to queue up 4 more. Got enough wood. And then Carl is just going to haul, I believe. Samantha's going to get up and do the stone cutting. How much of this have we got so far? 80. Fantastic. Can you just like sort of haul this in? Oh no, well he's going to do that anyway, isn't he? That's his job for the day. And nope, I actually want you to come off of that, please, and just haul for the day. Better beds, normal. It's better than the poor one. Ah, good, finally. Now because recruiting is like sort of not top of the list, but it is high up on the list. I'm going to give the best bed to the prisoner, and they're also going to need an urn. So if I could get you, there was another one here, wasn't there? Oh no, I thought I queued that up already. Apparently not. If you could just do that. Has the grizzly had breakfast? No. And in fact, it's very close to our base. You do need to watch these grizzlies, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's an animal and we're 3 humans, so it's not going to win. It might do. Guess we'll find out. This good bed is going to be reinstalled in there. We're going to have, which one's report? This one and this one. So if I put normal in there, a normal in there. And this is just kind of future proofing because these are always going to be bedrooms. I will need a research lab, which I will use one of these air quotes bedrooms as the research lab. But as I said, because we have no researcher yet, it doesn't really matter. You can do these beds now. And then what I would like, actually, I think I've just answered my own question there. I think I have, in fact. Yes. So let's get you to do that one first. It's more important. Then you can do that. Then you can do no. That's a silly thing to do, but I don't want to cancel the entire stack of orders. So you can do that. We'll make that into a poisson. They're going to be injured when they come down. Come on down. Now, if you could uninstall that. Stop. Put that in there, and then pull this bed out. No. And then pull this bed out. Wunderbar. Yeah, just leave it in storage for now. This is frozen. Yes, I did do that. Coral, if you wouldn't mind. That was the completely fine one. I'm just going to put a stool in there, and you can work on that. Where are we going? Is it this one? It is. Excuse me. More tea is required. And then if you can do this one last. And uninstall the bed. Reinstall the bed. And then we shall reassign. He's already doing what he should be. Carl and Santos. There we go. Yeah. So we have a bunch of normal beds, which isn't the best, and a good bed for the prisoners. You're hauling steel to stockpile. Let's grab a handful, which is more than one handful, annoyingly. As is that. What pain. Have you eaten? No. No, absolutely not. Come down here and grab this. Lovely. And what does that give us by way of metal? Playing horseshoes, that's fine. You're going for a walk. And coral here. Just going to forbid these until we have a reason to go and get it. Otherwise, I'm just going to go and grab one and then bring that back, and then grab the other and then bring that back. And it just seems a bit silly. Right on cue. This will be a perfect way to end, I believe. We're on 58 minutes. Since it looks like you'll be here for a while, Santos thinks that you should give your faction a name. What should your faction name be called? We are obviously going to be Borg Collective, and Santos also thinks that we should name the settlement. I've toyed with the idea of this, and I'm sure the Trekkies out there watching, if there are any, will point out the Borg don't live in Sector 001 because that's where Earth is. But I mean, there's probably an answer to this out there somewhere. If you can tell me where they actually live, then, I mean, put it in the comments, please. And I might go into the editor and actually change it. But yeah, for the time being, we're just going to keep with Sector 001. Because that's where we are. And besides, it's not an exact replica of the Star Trek universe, as you could probably tell from the... I actually want you back on that, please, Carl, if you don't mind. Yeah, it's not an exact replica of the Star Trek universe, as you can probably tell from the fact that it's the United Federation of Settlements instead of planets. But that's, again, I already explained that. It's because we're on one planet, not in outer space amongst thousands of planets. And that's the quirky part of it. Now the 43 here, I might be able to get that and all of this in a couple of trips if we hurry the hell up. Santos is coming to do that bit. No, can you do that? Cargo pods, what do we have? Cargo pods of uranium. Well, that will not deteriorate, so can stay there. And Carl has just finished this, so what I will do, I'll get Santos to break those down. I'm actually going to allow, oh no, Santos can haul more, can't he? So I'm going to get you to do that afterwards. I'm going to get Santos to finish that, and then come and haul this, just being a bit more organised and efficient, because I think he's going to walk straight past it. He is. Excellent. And now I can drop that. He will go around and pick up that, and then Carl. No, I guess you could take up all the floor first. Well, you've made the trip out here, so you might as well make the trip straight back. Cannot haul marble blocks because there's nowhere to haul them. It's fine, they don't deteriorate, and you picked up 2. So in actual fact, what I'm going to do, I can't, can I? Alright, let's create a stockpile over here for blocks, just for the time being. Because I don't want them in the freezer, because it just takes up room, basically. And that's, again, everything here that you see is temporary. So it's just sort of like a starter base for... really? Do that and then do that. So he'll carry all of those in, you'll carry all of those in. And I think that brings us nicely to the end of our episode. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I'll be back with episode 2 probably pretty much straight after this. As I said before, I can play for a long time. So I'll probably do the episode 2, I'll probably record it straight afterwards. If you liked, if you want to subscribe and follow me or whatever it is that you do on YouTube, then by all means. But I will be back with episode 2, and thank you very much for watching. Take care.